手本を見せてやる。俺は持っているやつが大嫌いなんだよ。
Hello, I'm Silveroxus, and the unit coming this week to Octopath Traveler Champions of the Continent is Sowan, the Axe Support Savants. This is a unit that got massively giga buffed in the Taiwan version of the game, and now Global is receiving those same buffs. And NetEase has turned him into a unit that was an easy skip into one that is strongly worth considering if you like Axe. So what does Sowan do? He is an apothecary, and his role is Axe damage support, and he can also Axe sub DPS, but it's mainly damage support, which I guess is the same thing. His special abilities is that he can shave a lot of shields with Axe while massively supporting, and he can grant the front row both passive and active Axe damage cap up to 50% now, which is a potential extra 40% damage if you don't have the other way to get it. His preferred weapons would be Fortune Axe for P attack, Cosmic for some damage cap if trying to sub DPS. His preferred accessories would be his exclusive accessory should never leave him. Let me say that again. His exclusive accessory should never not be equipped. I will cover that later, but that should always be on him forever because it makes him stupid. Anyway. Buff extension A Force can help if you have one to spare. Debuff extension, same thing. Otherwise, any kind of support accessories to passively buff and debuff allies works perfectly fine. If you are trying to sub DPS them, then giving them extra P attack and stuff if you have it is fine as well. But in my opinion, he's there just to really help support with damage. And if he's just hitting close to the cap or whatever with multiple hits, he's doing fine because your biggest axe hitters can do all the damage for you. Alright, so for his passive skills plus his latent power. Alright, so this unit has a mindset, has not a stance system, but he has permanent buffs called mindsets that are called battle mindset and healing mindset that enhances his skills, and they do things while they're active. So just keep that in mind that all his passives and all his passives and most of his skills have alternate ability effects once you have his mindsets active. Alright, so his first passive skill, while in the front row gains 15% physical attack up, 20,000 damage cap up, and 15% physical resistance up. So that's just 15% damage reduction from anything physical. By the way, that's just really good. While Battle Mindset is active, also grant 15% Axe damage up, and Axe damage cap up from passives and equipment is increased to 50%. While in Healing Mindset, grant 3% max SP regen, and if both mindsets are active, also grant raise the active Axe damage cap up to 50%. And keep in mind, both mindsets does not replace the other ones. It means you get all of it, everything if you have both mindsets, and it's exceedingly easy post buffs for him to have both mindsets active. His TP passive is when using 3 BP. Grant himself HP regen, which is whatever, but what really matters is if you have Battle Mindset, grant himself Healing Mindset for 2 turns, and if you have Healing Mindset, grant himself Battle Mindset for 2 turns. What that means is once you have both mindsets active, every single time that he uses 3 BP, every single time that he uses 3 BP, he instantly gets 2 more turns of both of his mindsets, allowing him to effectively keep both his mindsets active forever. And also, apologies, I didn't have my phone muted, and I do have a Zelda ringtone. Sorry. So his latent power, because instead of having a third passive, he has a latent power, is he gains Triage for 1 turn to gain the following skill options. It is usable from turn 1. With 0 turn initial cooldown and then a 4 turns recharge cooldown. You can choose between having a 3-hit AoE axe that gives him Battle Mindset for 6 to 9 turns. And if you have Healing Mindset already active, it becomes 5 hits instead. Or you can choose a front row 15% physical attack / axe damage up for 2 to 5 turns, and then grant himself Healing Mindset for 6 to 9 turns. And if you have Battle Mindset already active, this will also grant 30,000 damage cap up. So the reason this is really good is because then you can just start the battle instantly with a whole bunch of a battle or Healing Mindset, use 3 BP to instantly start getting the other one. But then it sounds like, well, then I can't have both right away. It's going to be very, very annoying. I will explain it more later, but so you know that exclusive accessory that I said should never ever leave him? Yeah, that exclusive accessory gives him both mindsets at the start of every battle for 2 turns. Which means if you start turn 1 max boosting his latent power to do like the buff, you are capping his healing mindset to 9 turn duration instantly, because exclusive unique buffs cannot be extended by buff extension A4s, but they can be self-extended by redoing the same unique buff again. So you're getting 9 turns of healing mindset. Because you did max BP, you're giving yourself 2 more turns of battle mindset. So then you just buff the front row, capped healing mindset to 9 turns, and now your battle mindset is set to 4 turns. Which is like, okay. So then what do the mindsets do? Well, when you have battle mindset, all his skills now gain all of his attacks and gain the ability to exploit light and dark weakness, so now he can shave better. And when he has healing mindset, which he now will have forever, he has permanent self 1 BP regen. Which means literally every 3rd turn he has max BP without any support, even after using skills. Because literally if you use a skill with 3 BP, you're still getting 1 BP back. Next turn you don't use BP, you get 2 BP because you get regen and normal passive regen. Which means you can just effectively keep using 3 BP and infinitely keep his mindsets active to do anything you want with this unit now, which is insane. And I'm this far into the video and I'm only on the passive skills because it is kind of complicated, but you just need to understand that the buffs they gave him is crazy, because he didn't used to be able to stack healing mindset his mindsets with his TP passive like that. It used to be the only way to get the mindsets was from his latent power, and that's it. I mean, the exclusive accessory was unchanged, but that would be 2 turns of each, and then that's it. And then you'd have to use the latent power to extend them. But now with 3 BP, he extends them constantly, and when you have both, it extends both of them constantly. Yeah, that's crazy, and you're gonna see why on his skills. So yeah, on his skills, he has a base kit. He has a 3-hit single target axe, a 2-hit AoE light. Basic is that. Basic. Single ally heal plus 15% physical attack, magic attack up for 2 turns. And if you have healing mindset active, it targets the front row instead. He has a 4-hit random target light with the medium 50% chance to inflict blindness for 2 turns per hit. If you have healing mindset active, it becomes a high 75% chance to inflict blindness. That's pretty much pointless. He has a 1-hit AoE axe that also, with healing mindset active, will also heal the front row and recover 1 BP. I mean, it's a 1 BP recover and heal if you need a burst heal, but otherwise, He has a front row heal that removes status ailments, including Charm, Comatose, and Mute, which is the special variations of the standard skill of the standard ailments that are worse. So he can get rid of a couple of them, which is very, very useful. If you have healing mindset, it targets all allies instead. So if you're ever in a fight where like Charm is just really obnoxious, he can get rid of that. So now all of the skills on this page, all of these skills were buffed. By the way, none of these skills are the same as they were in the original version. All of them basically gained new effects for having both mindsets active, which is what makes them crazy. So he has a 4-hit random target axe with a high 75% chance to inflict 15% axe resistance down for 2 turns per hit. And it already has pretty good power. When battle mindset, the power increases by 1.4 times. And healing mindset, it's guaranteed to inflict the axe res down. And if you have both mindsets active, which is exceedingly easy to do like I explained, it becomes 7 hits instead. So that's 14 turns of axe res down, which only caps the 9 turns. But since it's random target, it might hit multiple foes. And against one foe, that is still 7 times 110, increased by 1.4 times power. That's a really strong nuking option. And 7 hits isn't shabby. Alright. He has a front row 15% physical attack, crit, and axe damage up buff for 2 to 5 turns. While in battle mindset, also grant dead aim for 2 turns, or 3 if he has a buff extension A4. Any source of dead aim is very good. While in healing mindset, also recover 10% max SP, so anyone that's hungry in SP or whatever just gets SP back. And if you have both mindsets active, extremely easy to do, it actually becomes a 20% axe damage up buff instead. Because if you count his latent power buff and this buff, Sowan can do 35% axe damage up by himself, since he can raise the active damage cap up to 50%, and CotC can easily cap that to 50% herself with any one of her skills. So like him and CotC work really well together. Spoilers. He has a 2-hit single target axe that gets stronger in battle mindset. In Healing Mindset, he double casts it, so it becomes a 4-hit axe. And with both mindsets, the skill gains an additional 50,000 damage cap up. I mean, even with the damage cap up does help, but it's still a 4-hit nuke, so it's still on the weaker side long term. Because even with the extra damage cap, it's overall still going to cap if you're trying to main DPS him, and like doing the 7 hits is still going to be better. He has his TP skill is a 2-hit AoE axe that inflicts 15% physical defense, magic defense down for 2 turns. In Battle Mindset, it gets stronger, same by 1.4 times. Healing Mindset, he double casts it, so it becomes a 4-hit AoE axe. And if you have both mindsets, it also inflicts 15% physical attack and magic attack down for 2 turns, so it becomes basically an Omni debuff for the four statuses, which is status effects. Stats, my bad, sorry. So that actually ends up becoming a very useful support skill as well, because like I said, having both mindsets, super easy to do. Alright, so for his EX skill plus ultimate technique, his EX skill has only 1 total use, but it's unlocked when self has either mindset active, so like I said, it's pretty much always available when you want to use it. It's a 4-hit AoE axe that gets stronger by 1.4 times if you have Battle Mindset. At Healing Mindset, it double casts the skill, so he does have a once per battle 8-hit AoE. That's really, really strong. And if you have both mindsets, it gains an additional 30,000 damage cap up, so he does have a 1 really good nuke once per battle. That's still, so it's a very good skill. His ultimate technique is a support class ultimate, costing 3 BP to fully charge from ultimate 10. It's called Oma Elixir, and it's an all allies heal plus recover 10% max SP plus recover 1 BP plus remove status ailments including charm, comatose, and mute plus grant immunity to status ailments for 2 turns. If you have Battle Mindset active, it also grants 5% axe damage up for 2 turns, and if you have Healing Mindset active, it also revives all KO'd allies with 25% of their max HP. The axe damage buff scales to 10% and turn durations to 3 and heal power to 250 at ultimate 10. And the axe damage will become 15%, turn duration stay at 3, and heal gets even stronger at ultimate 20 when that does release in December. For ultimate 10/ultimate EX priority, I would say enhance the ultimate before awakening him. His base P attack is on the lower side, so while he is a good sub DPS and likes A1, just getting the extra use of the ultimate long term, and if you short term get an extra copy, getting the extra axe damage does matter, because this will stack with Cassie's ultimate for axe damage up, and that's very, very good. And it's also all allies, so it's like really, really useful. Very good. It's a very good ultimate. Alright, so for Awakenings, plus his A4 accessory, plus his exclusive accessory. A1, as a sub DPS, A1 helps a ton with his lower P attack. Still take ult 10/ult EX first. A2 is useful to have because he does have a lot of good skills, but not necessary. You can still be fine. A3's HP is always welcome. I mean, I can't say A3 is ever bad if you have the copies, because like HP is always a good thing. His A4 accessory is called the Honey Throat Lozenges Jar. It gives 50 P attack and 90 crit. It gives the wearer self 15% critical up, self 20% axe damage up, and if the wearer is an apothecary, self critical damage multiplier increased to 1.4 times. So the A4 tier rating of this is actually a B tier A4, and you might be wondering, well, why is that so low? Well, the stats suck. Passive damage up is really not that hard to get, especially with him and Casty both giving 15% to the front row. The crit damage up sounds great, except that even doing 15% more damage doesn't matter if you're lacking damage cap to hit higher with. It's good on him with his lower stats perhaps, but on a main axe DPS in the future like a VAR, it's not as good because he needs damage cap. So, like, and a VAR is also so strong that he doesn't need the extra 15% damage from crits to reach damage cap, trust me. He just wants more damage cap. There's also other units that can give this crit damage extension without the apothecary restriction as well. So like, just keep an eye out for that. So it's not a bad A4, but it's just you don't even need it. That's the thing. It's just not going to get that much use long term. Okay, so his exclusive accessory, like I said, this is crazy. It only gets 40 SP, so like, oh, you're losing out on a lot of stats. yeah. At the start of battle, grant both mindsets for 2 turns each. Yeah, he's done. It's crazy. Just turn on his entire kit right at the start, and because of the 3 BP thing, he can just infinitely keep them going if you're smart and plan it out. Because it's super easy. Turn 1, use his buff. Healing mindset's capped. Like I said, healing mindset's capped. Battle mindset goes to 4 turns. Use 3 BP one more time to extend battle mindset again, and then use his latent power again when it's available for the battle mindset one to cap that one back out. And healing mindset has pretty much stayed on the entire time as well, because every time you've used BP, yeah, it's super easy to keep his mindsets active infinitely now. That he's just a crazy support. Like, it's super easy. Before, like in original JP, it was annoying to keep both his mindsets active. Plus, he didn't have a bonus to having both active anyway. Now he does, and it's just really good. For Axe specifically, but I'll get there. So for an optimal skill loadout, skill 1, take the 4 or 7 hit random target axe that defaults axe res per hit. That's good shield shaving, that's good damage, that's a very good nuke if you sub DPSing. Very, very good skill. Skill 2, the front row P attack and axe damage up buff. That is a must take. Like, very, very good. Skill 3, 2-hit AoE axe that debuffs P-Def and M-Def, P-Attack and Magic Attack with both mindsets active, which I said is going to be almost always. So that's basically a 4 Omni debuff option, which is very good to have. Skill 4, if you have A2, and remember you can also swap these in depending on the fight, you could take the front row heal for an emergency burst. That also becomes all allies with healing mindset, which is always. That removes status ailments, including Charm, Comatose, and Mute. So if you have a problem with those annoying status effects, now you have a way to get rid of them. If he is sub-DPSing, depending as well, I mean, you can take the 2-hit single target axe that hits really, really strong. That scales, like, that becomes 4 hits. Like, it's going to slam cap, but as a sub-DPS missing some buffs, that's not the worst idea either. Just kind of consider the options for the fight that you're in, but this is my opinion for the loadout. For unit synergy, Casti. Yeah, Casti, they work great together. She helps cap both active and passive axe damage buffs. Helps with her ultimate axe damage cap, capping that as well with alongside Sowan when they're both ult 20. And provides the axe follow-up attack crucial to axe compositions. Because that would make, for example, the 7-hit axe become 8-hit. Avar wants Casti in every team forever for more hits. Like, they work great together for axe. It's crazy. Shauna, regen caster and healer, as Sowan and caster axe supports sub DPSs. Both of them do have healing options. Sowan does not have regen. Casti does, but it's only front row, so it's better to have an all allies regen around. And Shauna's just the best at that job still. Canary's an excellent shield shaver and breaker with 9 to 11 hit shield cracks and debuffs. Remember, Sowan is an SB, and now that the last SB is here, the rest of the SBs got their 6 stars, which means Canary has 6 star. You should 6-star her if you own her, because, now all her shield cracks, if she has the dodge stacks, which she likely always does, now become 9 to 11 hit cracks. That's really good. A2 is currently a very solid axe DPS option still. She falls off later, but since I need to give unit synergy for right now, she does have really solid axe damage options. Jane is great for passive axe res down and good axe damage for any axe comp as well. And Avar in the future is the insane axe DPS. Every axe comp uses him because he is the best there is, and Sowan can enable him to go even further, because while Avar does have in it 50% passive axe damage up, he does not have axe damage up, so Sowan can give him that to make it even easier for Avar to cap all his hits. Very, very important. If you are looking forward to Avar in the future, you probably want Sowan. Alright, so to pull or not to pull, plus how I would rate him. Sowan is another winner of the Rags to Riches award from NetEase Buffs, turned from an easy skip as one of the worst SB units to an insane axe support with really good hit counts and support options, as he can now keep up both his mindsets forever rather easily. Granted, his support options only benefit axe comps, so if you plan on using like Party/Black Knight in the future to cheese wins, Sowan will not really help with that. But if you are looking forward to using Avar to obliterate anything that dares to be weak to axe, then Sowan is your main man. Really potent sub-axe DPS as well when properly set up too. As always, pull advice is just advice. Please pull responsibly and have fun your way. Tier 4, free to play. Unless you love Avar, you're probably broke by now after Tizzy Kane, so I'd say you should probably skip unless 15k plus, because you still need to be waiting for Parties, Black Knight, and the other crazy units. But like I said, if you do really love the concept of Avar, or you really like him as a character, then you want to consider Sowan, because Sowan plus Avar is a dream team. Tier 3, low spin / passes. Can consider trying to grab one. Ruby count and intention matters. Keep in mind that Sowan is also an SB unit, which means he will be available on paid selectors. I don't know 100% if he'll be on the anniversary selector in December, based on how Shauna was on the anniversary selector for the half ante, there is a decent chance Sowan is releasing in time to be on the anniversary in December. Don't quote me. So if you were like, have some paid sitting around, and this applies to Dolphins too, and you don't really want to pull free rubies now, you could wait and just get them for guaranteed later. And if you can't get him there or whatever for whatever reason, he would be on the White Day male unit selector in March, which will still be before a VAR. If I had to predict right now, a VAR probably won't be out until our half ante next year at the earliest, because NetEase seems to like to give champs on their anniversaries for this server, and so that would fit very well to have a VAR be then, also based on the timeline, give or take. Could be wrong, but that'd be my really long-term guess. For Tier 2 Dolphin, get A0, could exchange for ult 10/LTX later, but 1 is plenty for his insane axe support. Tier 1 Whale, A1 LTX is plenty, as the A4 really won't get a ton of use, but, you know, collect it anyway if you want. So, overall rating, DPS is an S, actually, surprisingly. Support, SS tier. Healing is just the B, because no regen. Tank, not available. Overall tier, honestly, S. Because I do rate my units like based on how good they are in their niche and their comp, and for Axe comp specifically, Sowan is an S tier unit now, and there's just no denying that fact. But like I said, if you're not gonna bother making like dedicated teams for the different weapon types and stuff, then you don't really need to worry about him, because you can just kind of cheese the wins with a lot of the overpowered stuff to come. But if you do want to kind of still stick to the original theme of the game and making weapon comps. Plus, I mean, JP is sort of rolling out some fights that sort of force building teams again, but it's not super widespread yet. So, like, you don't really have to worry about that right now. But just keep that in mind in the back of your head. But like I said, you'll be fine with 99% of the content with parties and Black Knight if you can't afford Sowan. But I just really wanted to go in depth. I know this video is longer than my normal ones because he is kind of a complicated unit now. But he is very good, and I just kind of want to make that clear. Like, I really like Axe. I am looking forward to a VAR myself, so I will be trying to pick up 1 copy of Sowan. This is the only banner I'm pulling between now and anniversary anyway, because fortunately I already do have both ODOs, so I don't have to worry about that rerun myself. So I'm just going to hope that I get 1 copy early and I can dip from his banner. Anyway, please let me know what you think about Sowan's massive buffs and what you think about Axe. If you plan to pull, let me know. If you did pull and you watch this video after the fact, let me know how you did. For anyone interested, I will try to do a short live stream on after his release to show my pulls for him. Hopefully it's not a painful existence, but I will stream that on my channel, so look forward to that. And otherwise, please like, follow, and subscribe for more Octopath Traveler COTC content, and let me know if there's anything else you'd like to see below. Otherwise, thanks for sticking out for this long. I know I had a lot to say about this unit. But yeah, thanks for watching, and have a wonderful rest of your day.